Supuni Dhamira Silva. I'm a PhD student of the University of North Texas. I've been invited by the Rotaract Club of the University of Kelaniya to give my points of view on a specific question. The question that I was asked is, are there enough opportunities and resources for girls within the educational sector, including sports and recreational activities? Well, I think that's a very good question, and I assume that you all expected me to answer this question within the Sri Lankan context, because I think that the global picture would be slightly different from the Sri Lankan context. So assuming that you all expected me to answer within the Sri Lankan context, I would move forward, right? And I noticed that you all have conducted a survey with regard to this question, and I received the survey results for this question. And I noticed that almost 45% of the survey participants have agreed that there are enough opportunities and resources for girls to succeed in the educational, recreational and sports activities in Sri Lanka. Agreeing with them, I also believe that there are plenty of enough opportunities for those who want to succeed in these sectors, right? I don't see any problem with the availability of the resources and opportunities. But the real problem lies, as per I think, is in the accessibility to these resources. I see that there is a huge gap between the availability of the resources and the accessibility of the resources, right? There are various reasons which cause this gap. And coming to think of that, I was able to recognize a few main reasons, actually to be precise, 4 main reasons causing this gap, which keeps the girls away from reaching out these available resources and opportunities. The first main issue is the ignorance or lack of awareness, right? You should know what is available out there for you to be able to go and grab it, right? Without knowing what is out there, you would never be able to go grab it. And what you have to keep in mind is nothing good comes on a silver platter. So you have to actively go and look up for those opportunities and resources. Knowing what is out there, it's easy to go grab it, right? So that's the first main thing that I see. The second issue is the lack of confidence, right? You don't know whether you are enough to do a certain thing. Through my Facebook page, I receive many text messages, many Facebook messages from different girls in all age sectors asking whether I think that they will be able to do certain things in their lives, right? So my question is, how would I know? Right? You have to know whether you have the desire, the talent, the skill set to do certain things and achieve certain things in your life. So without having that self-confidence or self-awareness, you would never be able to reach out to those opportunities and resources and get the maximum use out of it, right? So that's the second thing. The third thing is poverty and financial issues, financial difficulties. That is the reason that I see, which is unfortunately that we cannot do quite a lot in that. The government needs to do like huge interventions to address this issue. We cannot do much in the individual level, but that's one of the main reasons which cause this availability versus the accessibility gap in the resources and opportunities. The fourth main point, the most important one that I see in the Sri Lankan context is the societal pressure or the peer pressure, right? In Sri Lanka, there are certain norms and beliefs that what a girl should and should not do, right? If we try to do something which does not fit that norms and beliefs, if we try to take a different route, the society would not like it, right? So therefore, as girls, it's very difficult to break these barriers and do something exciting, do something new, do what we like. I can explain this, I can elaborate this using myself as example. So this happened in year 2000 when I was just 11 years old. there was a golden opportunity for me to join the school karate team, right? The school was recruiting new students for their karate team. So I wanted to learn karate. So I came home and I asked my mom whether I can do karate. So the question was obviously no. I was doing swimming as my main sport back then. But my mom did not like me doing karate. So the reason for saying no was that karate is not feminine enough for me to do, right? So see, that's the societal norm, that's a societal belief, which caused me this problem of not being able to do karate, right? So that's one thing. And right after, 10 years later, in 2010, there was a golden opportunity for me to get into the field of modeling, right? That's been one of my dreams since my childhood. So I wanted to do modeling as a hobby, not as my main career. I wanted to do that as a hobby. So once I got that opportunity, I again came home and asked my parents whether I can do that. Again, the same answer, no. So I don't blame my parents. I don't blame my support system. So that's the issue with the Sri Lankan context that girls like us have to go through, right? That's a challenge that we all have to go through. So, 21 years old me back then was able to fight back and do what I want to do, what I thought the best for myself. So I did modeling, and the same story happened again a few years later when I was to get my scuba diving license. Again, my support system was saying, no, that's not something that a girl should do. That's kind of risky, so on and so forth. So again, I was able to do what I wanted to do, what I thought that is best for myself. But not many girls have that courage or have that potential to fight back and convince their parents and the support system that this is what I want to do, right? So that's the fourth and the most important thing, the peer pressure and the societal pressure. So I think those are the main reasons which cause this availability, was the accessibility gap. Otherwise, Sri Lanka has no problem with the availability of the resources and the opportunities. The issue is with the accessibility, right? So I would conclude my talk with thanking the Rotaract Club of University of Kelaniya for giving me this opportunity. And I wish you all the very best in this project called Female. Oh, by the way, I like the name Female, right? It's very innovative. I like that. So wish you all the very best in this particular project and also in all your future projects. And have a wonderful day ahead, guys. Thank you.